In 2025, the Trump administration announced the complete shutdown of USAID, the United States Agency for International Development. The decision came after a series of investigations exposed how the agency, under previous administrations, had been used to fund terrorist groups, manipulate elections, and advance the Democratic Party's political agenda worldwide. Founded in 1961, USAID was always presented as a humanitarian organization focused on development and democracy. However, leaked documents over the years have revealed a clear pattern of political interference. Since the Cold War, the agency has operated in collaboration with the CIA to destabilize governments considered adversaries of Washington. In Latin America, USAID was directly involved in funding opposition groups against left-wing governments. Documents show that the agency funneled millions of dollars to NGOs and political movements that played a role in toppling democratically elected leaders. In Cuba, for example, USAID financed secret projects to create underground communication networks and incite internal revolts against the government. The situation in the Middle East was even more alarming. Under Democratic administrations, particularly during the Obama and Biden years, USAID was used to fund and arm groups that later became terrorist factions. One of the most controversial cases was Syria, where the agency provided resources to organizations allegedly assisting civilians, but, in reality, ended up strengthening extremist militias linked to Al-Qaeda and ISIS. This indirect support prolonged conflicts and contributed to the rise of new terrorist groups that threatened regional stability. Beyond financing radical groups, USAID also played a central role in advancing the globalist agenda promoted by the Democratic Party. Using the rhetoric of human rights and sustainable development, the agency pressured countries to adopt policies aligned with Washington's elite interests. In many cases, governments that resisted these impositions faced economic sanctions and political destabilization. Given this history, Trump decided to shut down USAID permanently, arguing that billions of taxpayer dollars were being wasted on projects that, in practice, did not benefit the United States, but rather its enemies and the political interests of a specific party. His administration pledged to cut all funding to NGOs involved in political operations and reassess America's role in international missions. The decision sparked immediate reactions. While conservatives celebrated the end of what they saw as a tool of global manipulation, Democrats and international allies criticized the move, claiming that shutting down USAID weakens American influence and jeopardizes humanitarian efforts. However, investigations are ongoing, and new documents may reveal even more about the agency's role in covert operations over the past decades. The closure of USAID marks the end of one of the most influential arms of U.S. foreign policy. But the question remains, will the United States truly stop intervening in other nations' politics, or will it simply find a new way to exert its influence? Thank you for watching Yellow, your 100% independent libertarian news channel. This channel is not monetized, and we have no intention of monetizing it, so you don't have to worry about ads. For this reason, we ask that, if possible, make a donation via Bitcoin to the address on the screen and in the description. By doing this, you help me continue the channel and pay for college. If you can't help financially, you can also help me by subscribing and liking the video. Once again, thank you for tuning in, and I wish you an excellent day.